Good afternoon, friends. This is Janie from your Graham's backyard. And as you can see, we're not in the backyard because if you know about Alabama, we're just getting torrential downpours. I was out there this morning. Chickens are still laying. They're doing great. And just wanted to come on here and show you what I'm doing in my kitchen today. Finally got the dogs kind of calmed down. They're stir crazy. We're playing pitch and catch and fetch in the house, and they're finally set down for a minute. But I wanted to show you what I'm doing, what I got going on today. So this is what I started. I picked out my eggs. So I have my selection of eggs going in. They're going in the incubator, and where's my list? Oh, I got my list down here. So I started yesterday. So we should have hatching eggs on March the 3rd, and I'm keeping a calendar on that. But this is what I'm piddling with today, I guess. So we're, February 12th, so we've got a couple of days before Valentine's Day. So I'm just making this up for desserts. It's not really for anybody special, but it makes a good dessert and some snacks, and me and my husband both enjoy them. Thanks, strawberries. So I got some strawberries, beautiful strawberries, and they usually do this time of year from Sam's, do some beautiful strawberries. Got them all washed up, got all the heads pulled up, and as expensive as these are, gosh, you can make them for a little bit of nothing and have them at home for like a dessert, but I have them here. I did a little bit of pink sprinkles on them. My husband really doesn't like sprinkles, so I did him some plain. So what you do is, I'm going to show you what I do is I take one, I'm going to do some a little bit later this week. So one package of Hershey milk chocolate and then a tablespoon of coconut oil. And what that does is that heats up, and I do 30 seconds in the microwave. And what it does is that coconut heats up a lot quicker, I guess, than the chocolate does, and kind of coats it. So I'll do 30 seconds in the microwave, pull it out, stir it up. It'll begin to melt. Well, actually, the coconut oil melts. So you want to coat all of the chocolate with the coconut oil, and then stick it back in there another 30 seconds. You pull it out and stir it. It should be good and melted. You may have just a few little chunks here and there. So what you want to do is I put it back in, get it all stirred up really good, put it back in for 10 more seconds to get a good melt, a dipping melt for them, and then I'll do them. I've got some more coming this week, so pretty good size bowl. But I can put that up, and I can just warm it up. And when I get my other strawberries, I'll be able to heat this up and continue dipping. And if you want to know what this is here, also this is dinner. So I'm gonna take. If you saw any of my previous videos, I made all of the tamales from turkey. So you got those really cheap turkeys when they had them on sale after the holidays. So I got 2 turkeys, and they were like 80 cents a pound. I cooked one up, and I made tamales, and then I made burritos. I still have the burritos, and you can do the same thing. So I took all the tamales out of some out of the freezer that's going to fit in this pan, and this is going to be really nice for a nasty rainy day, cold day. And we're going through our second, I guess, little winter here. So I'm going to take these. I smothered them in my canned enchilada sauce. I'm going to put some cheese dip over them, and then some regular cheese when it gets closer to dinner time. And then we'll pop that in the oven and warm it up. And that's what I'm going to do for dinner. And then for dessert, then we're going to have our strawberries for dessert. And I would have, what looks really good, you can do white chocolate. And I didn't have no white chocolate, and I'm not going anywhere today. So I wasn't going to run out and get some white chocolate. Now, when I pick up my other strawberries, and what I did was there's I think a young kids baseball team or something, and they're selling strawberries. So I bought a case of strawberries. So I'm gonna get that from them, and then I'll probably get some white chocolate and stuff, and I'll show you. I'll put some pictures and do some. You can do up some white chocolate, put it in a sandwich bag and pipe some little stripes on, or dip them all. I love white chocolate. I'm more partial to white chocolate than I am the chocolate, but you can do it either way and mismatch them and cross them over. But let me show you what I'm going to do with the case of strawberries that I'm getting. So these are freeze dried. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze dry most of that case that I have. And these have such a strong taste to them. You don't lose any flavor. You don't lose any nutritional value out of any of the fruits or anything that you freeze dry. And so I'm going to do the case of that. And what you do with those is I'll take those and put them through my Ninja blender and powder them up. Now you can take that white chocolate and mix that powdered strawberries in them, and it not only gives it the strawberry flavor, but then I think it turns it kind of like a pink. So I'm going to do that with the next batch that I'm going to do, and I'll share that with you and see how that turns out. But also with your greens, I've already done, let's see, I've done mushrooms, which those are going to be easy to reconstitute for soups and I love mushroom gravy and stuff like that. So I've got, I think, 5 Mylar bags because I got 2 big packs from Sam's. And I'm working on, so I'll see how those go. And it's just trial and error if you decide to get a freeze dryer on what it is that you can use. And one thing is I love mushrooms and I can never keep them on my shelf. So that's going to save me on my pantry shelf the space, because let me show you, we are kind of working down from where my pantry first was. So you see a few jars, and then I have boxes down here. So I'm emptying out the boxes and making space. So I've gotten rid of a few things and we're working them down, but that saves me space on my pantry shelf if I have the stuff freeze dried. And then I'm also doing, I'm growing a lot of kale. So some kale and parsley, any kind of greens like that. And I'm gonna freeze dry them. I'm gonna grind them up and powder them. You can mix them in any kind. So if you have kids that are finicky about seeing green stuff in their soups, in their spaghettis, in their sauce, in the sauces or anything like that, that's how you can add into their meals and they get the nutritional value out of the greens without them even knowing that it's there. So that's what I plan on doing, because I have a 60-year-old child that he's very finicky about, greens and vegetables. He didn't grow up eating a whole lot of vegetables or his vegetables. And we had some of the summer squash last night. I'm beginning to process a bunch of that up because they're starting to get a little bit older and it's getting towards the end of the season. So I need to go ahead and get those used up. So I made those last night. He's like, you would have never got me to eat those as a kid, but he said he loved it. I cut them open, all of the seeds and all of the insides. I went ahead and the ends, I cooked those up, gave those to my chickens. But butter, some onion powder, and some garlic powder over the top of them and baked them. I almost made myself, I can't eat a whole lot, and I almost made myself sick. I was just eating and eating and eating, and they were so good. So left a little bit, so that anything that's left over went to my chickens, and they loved it. But I'm trying to go through everything that I have in the pantry. Like I said on one of my last videos, we have about 4 months of still going through the pantry and cooking according to what I have in my pantry. And that was one of the things I needed to get. I keep it in my laundry room where it stays a little bit cool. I don't have a basement or a place that I can keep, even in the garage. Of course, you know, we've been down into the freezing and you don't want them to freeze. You just want to keep them cool. So I'm going through those and we're getting all those cooked up. And so I just wanted to come on here and share a little bit with you for Valentine's Day. Wish everybody happy Valentine's here in a couple of days. I hope you all enjoy that holiday with your sweetheart or just with a friend. Share it with a friend. And I plan on getting all these made up and share some with some friends. And if any of my kids come by, one lives about an hour away. If she comes by, and my grandkids, I'll share some with them and then some down the street and give them some sweets. But I'll show you some pictures a little bit later on. I just wanted to keep this video real short and show you what's going on this rainy, miserable, I think we're going on day 3, but hold out. Look at my fingers. That's from the from the pink sparkles. But we're holding out. Spring is right around the corner, and I'm just at my wit's end, and I'm just tired of being cold and wanting to get outside, and the dogs are stir crazy and they want to get out. We're just right around the corner, so just hang on, folks, and we'll get there. But you all have a nice Valentine's holiday and enjoy with a significant other or best friend or whoever. And I'll see you in another video somewhere down the road. And hopefully we'll be planting out in the garden here before too long. And then in day 21 we'll have us some hatching chicks. So a lot coming up here in the next month or so, and I'll get it on video and share it with you all. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye.